Hi guys, welcome. I jumped on here a few minutes early just in case I was going to have any issues. So give me a couple minutes to get everything set up over here. Thank you for being here early. I see you three. Don't know who you are yet, but talk to me. It's an exciting night. My squeaky chair. Hi guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Surprise, it's another one. We did this last year with Christmas. We bombed you guys with 2 kits. So I thought, you know what, this year we're going to do it with Halloween because Halloween is so fun. I love Christmas, but I love Halloween more. So get ready. I am so extremely excited about this. I mean, I was excited about the last one, but I'm really excited about this one. So you put them both together and they make one heck of a fun Halloween craft season. I guess I could set this down. I'm going to wait for some people to jump on here. Hi, everyone. I'm not seeing any comments, and I'm over here. Hang on. Let me go scroll. I got 1 minute left. There you are. Hi, Deborah, Rachel, Linda. Hello. How y'all doing? I tried to set it up so it'd be easy to see. So now it's like a doctor's tray. Too funny. Okay, I think it's all in there. Hi, Jen. Hello. Thanks, guys. So, I had a question right before I popped on here, and we're going to be talking about solarcolordust.com's liquid crystal brushable pen and all of the little fun kits or fun boxes, fun packs, whatever I named them. They are a kit, but they're a, you know. Anyways, every one of those will have one of these in it so that you guys can do this kind of stuff. It's fun, crazy stuff. And since we're on live, the only way I can really get it to change fast enough is with the heat gun. Rocks, because they're cold, they're very, very cold. It's a harder move for them to go from one color to another. They do it, and they do it well, but you just got to give it, you know, some love. See? They do it. So I will be showing you all the fun ones that I made, and we'll paint a couple here. And then if you're interested in this, you must send me a message because these are going to be gone tonight. I know it. I already know that. So there's only 20 because this is not cheap. So that's all I could afford in advance. But I love you guys, and this is a special just for the Facebook group. So if you are joining us here and you're not from my Facebook group, go join over there. And that's at Creative Rock Art and Foil Techniques over on Facebook. There is a link down below right now if you want to go to the description of what we're about. It'll have a link down there for you to get back to my group. And it's a private group, so you have to request membership. And then make sure you answer the questions. Hi, Bonita. And this, if you're watching this on the replay, sorry guys, I have to say this for later. If you're watching this on the replay, this is the fun pack is not available. It's just available tonight. So if you didn't get to watch it tonight, I'm really sorry. So there, yeah, that's that. Who else we got on here? Gina, Bonita, Lori, hello. What time is it? 32, and we have 11. All right, we had 30 people reserved, so I'm going to wait a few more minutes before I get into it. We'll play with some of the fun stuff while we're waiting. I got to locate it because I had to move it all. I'm having way too much fun with this. I keep getting in trouble because I'm ignoring my, household duties because I'm playing with this. I gotta do laundry and dishes and holy cow, I gotta catch up. But no, I'm having too much fun right now. Sorry. No, they don't get on me at all. They're very supportive. Okay, so it's all here. If you guys want to know what I'm going to paint tonight, it's this guy. I forgot to post. I have a sheet of these. I was going to post it, and I forgot. I'm sorry. I did give you guys some examples or some fun things for inspiration. So if you didn't see that, it's in the event in the group, and there's some images in there. So I just did this. I broke my coastie, so I'm just going to work with that. Anyways, I just painted the eyes on. I'm going to do the mouth tonight while we're live, but it has to be painted and very dry before you can use your liquid crystal. I don't know if it'll dry tonight enough for me to show you how to seal it, but if it doesn't, I will tell you how to seal it. So, because there's two ways I found that we can seal it, and in your box I'm giving you one way, but you can do it one of two ways. Where are we? 16. Come on. I'm going to give them till 7:37. That's 3 more minutes. Then we're going to jump in here. So, let's see. Hi, Heather. Allison. Is that Sandra Huff? HFF? Not sure. Hi, Connie. Hello. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Jen. Remember to hit thumbs up, y'all, if you're here and you're happy and you're excited to paint along with me or craft along or chat along or whatever. You're just here along to watch. Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Also, make sure you comment because sometimes we go through and send out freebies just for participation. So, say something so we can count you. Because I don't know you're here really unless you say you're here. Because it doesn't show me who's here. It just shows me how many. Hello, Connie. Craven. I don't know if Katie's going to make it tonight. I think she had some stuff going on. I think she's helping her aunt, I believe. Rachel. Oh, yay. First rock you painted in a while. Hi, Pat. All right. I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm a minute early, but. Okay, so welcome to Wednesday Night Live. I'm just kind of getting back into the swing of things, which is kind of an off and on, a hit and a miss. Had some little bumps in the road with my health, and so I'm not really scheduling too far in advance on these, like maybe a couple of days before the event, because I really hate canceling. So next week I have planned, and I know I said I was going to do it this week, but not everybody has received their Halloween kit, the original kit, the first kit. So I'm waiting one more week to make sure that the people who haven't received theirs get theirs before we do the Halloween kit, which will be next Wednesday, if everything goes well. I'm feeling okay, so if I feel this great, on Monday I'll post it. And then we'll go ahead and play with the kit contents. And in that kit, you got some Halloween, this is a keychain too. It comes with like a little keychain like this on a wooden, everybody got probably a different one. Anyways, this is one of them. I think it's so cute. So I had to paint him, and I put some of the Moody stuff on him that we're going to be playing with tonight. And then I used some of the new stuff that is not in that kit. There's a couple of colors in this kit, but the satin shots. And he came out really adorable. I'm going to have to see if I can turn on my flash, because it looks like everything's kind of dark. I have on so many lights. I don't know how it's dark. Okay. Anyways, he's adorable. There's a lot going on here. Like, see, he's got a cute pin on his collar, and he's got a fun zombie brain stew tie. He's got little cufflinks and adorable. So we're going to be doing this kit next week. So keep that in mind. What is that? Hold on, something's going on here. What is this? Oh, Bonita, thank you. Sorry for the bump. Wow. Yeah, that's a really wiggly bump there. My bad. I don't know why we're so bouncy tonight. Okay, so before we start playing, I wanted to show you what is in the fun pack. The Moody BOOS. I didn't know what else to call it because it's a cute, you know, it's a boo, a Moody ghost, a Moody. This is the one I did first when I first got my pot of stuff, which I'm working out of a pot because I had a lot of projects to do. It's the same 12 color changing stuff in your pen. So I made sure they were exactly the same stuff so I wasn't doing anything that you weren't going to be able to achieve. So this has a color change that appears between 60 and 90 degrees. So if you're lower than that, you won't see anything, or if you're higher than 90, it'll just stay black. So I think it's black or dark, dark, dark purple. You'll see it here tonight. This one has to be my favorite little dude. And this is with my top coat on there. And when I top coated him, I thought I ruined it. I like had a little heart attack because I loved him so much. But he is sneaky. He turned all gray, and then when he dried, he's just beautiful, and he does some crazy changing. So they all kind of look different depending on what material they are and how they hold temperature. So he seems to like really hold a lot of warmth, even though he's not. I haven't messed with it. I tried not to touch anything too much so they wouldn't be activated. But I did touch this one a little bit ago to show just rocks are colder, so it takes a bit more for them to change. But they do. Okay, so in this fun pack, I'm just so excited I can't even stand it, is you're going to get a coastie from East Coast Santorini. Thank you, Heather. She has those and this. She has this cute, adorable thing, and he has black eyes and black mouth. These are already blacked out. They're like inlays. They have, I don't know what stone it is, but it's probably onyx, I'm guessing, or something like that in there already. So I just used that. I didn't paint on top of it at all. I just put the stuff right on top of those and then waited for it to dry and sealed it. And then after it was sealed with the UV top coat I used on this one, then I used my Unicorn Ultra Shiny Chameleons to paint that. Isn't that gorgeous? I haven't sealed this part yet because I have to like glove up and put on my respirator and all that stuff for a big cover like that. I can do little bits without, well, I have to have my gloves on, but anyways, I was thinking about painting the backside so you you can see how that works because it's fun. So that was the original thing that prompted me to like go banana and share. So you get that, and then you get the pen that does all the fun colors. You also get, these are the minis. I put 2 colors in here, my 2 favorite colors of the new satin shots. This is grape jelly and serpentine, and that is like a Christmas green. It's so beautiful. And then grape jelly is actually this color here on his cape. Isn't that fabulous? Oh, I don't know. Anywho, I will show you how to activate these. They're a little bit of work, but guys, they're worth it. They're so beautiful. You guys had asked for, or I showed you a couple of lives back, a metallic, a shimmery one that I had made but didn't put in the line because it separates. And that was a bummer to me because I don't like stirring stuff, but you guys were like, oh, we don't care. We want that. So I made them, and I tried to make the pigments, you know, disperse better. So some separate more than others, but you still have to stir it. So you get the stir stick, and most of you know how to use this, but you stick the stick in the hole of the product. Here's the same color. jelly. You must have a paper towel or a napkin handy when you do this, or whatever, but something that you use, you know, for cleaning up. This is permanent paint. It has no, it will stick and adhere to just almost any surface, pretty much anything except for silicone that I found. And when it dries, it really doesn't come off. So it's water and soap and water cleanup while it's wet. If you let it dry, it will ruin brushes, everything. It's just like glossy shots. So, except for it's a satin finish because it has a lot of pigment in there. So, anyways, to stir it and activate it, you're going to poke your tool in there all the way till you feel it hit the bottom. Then wrap your paper towel or whatever around that, just because it kind of ekes out a little. Then turn it to where you can see what you're doing, and then swirl it around, touching the bottom. Don't push too hard because you don't want to puncture it, but swirl it around. See, you can see the little tool inside there. Anyway, swirl it around really good. Pull it out just a little bit. Keep swirling, and then keep swirling, and then move your paper towel down to over the top. Hold it tight, and then pull this straight out. You know, kind of holding it while you do that, so it's all clean when it comes out. You don't have to worry about ruining it or it not working next time. Then make sure that you wipe this really good, because sometimes there's air in there and it'll pop out a drip, so you don't want it to spurt out. So now that you have that, I recommend recapping it, and I always forget to recap, and then shake it really good, you know, like for 15 seconds. Also, if you aren't really great at shaking things, I'm not, you can use your vortex at this point, but you do need to stir it because it gets kind of solid down there. You can turn this upside down and just roll it between your hands really fast. If you've stirred it, this should incorporate it pretty well. So that one's ready to go. That's how you start and use the satin shots. I'm also giving you a black glossy shots and a glitter, sorry, it says glitter whips. Nope, it's supposed to say glossy shots. I'm so sorry. Right on. So you guys have probably been seeing that. Not glitter whips, it's glossy shots. I have to fire my husband. No, that's me. He brings it in here and says, is this okay? You guys think I take a peek? Probably not. Anyways, it says roll to mix contents, do not shake. These kind of bubble up, the color does. So if you have to shake them, which I realize we do, shake it. Just give it a few minutes before you use it so that the bubbles come out. And if you see a bubble, just tap it out with your brush or whatever it is that you've got nearby. And then this is the sealer. It's the glossy top coat that I sell in the store. It usually comes with the full line when you buy the original 7 colors. I give you this white and black free with the 7 colors. So, or you can buy it separate in the bigger bottle. And for our acrylic black, the super black, I think I'm renaming it Black Out because it does black out. Thank you, Tammy, for showing us that. Tammy Prowlis shared today that when she uses my black on her agates, it's one coat and done, and you cannot see through it. And she showed other blacks, or another black there. I think it was Liquid Tex, sorry. And it was like just really, really transparent. So it was kind of a good shout out. Thank you so much for that. Anyways, I'm offering it in larger sizes. So it'll be available in 2, 4, or 16 ounces. And that'll all be in the store soon. So it also comes with this, which is a 6-color tower. They kind of open, they're attached to each other. Each one is sealed in there, so it shouldn't go everywhere, but you know how sometimes seals don't seal well. It's a pressure seal, so it should maintain. They're also going to have a little shrink thing on them, so you should be able to just pop that off and get into it. But these glow in the dark. Look at that. Aren't they cool? And then also these glow in the dark too. So your little tchotchkes, kind of, I played that together there. Then you get these 4 special stones. There's 2 crystal skulls and then 2 other pieces. Now remember, what I'm showing you here may not be what you get in your kit, but I tried to make it equivalent, you know what I mean? Because I didn't have like everything there. Sorry, I pulled these over to talk to you about them, and then I just started talking about something else. So these things aren't in your kit. These are the things I already made. But I did put in each kit enough to make one of the keychains and some other goodies. So every kit has one large, or one piece, a bottom piece, a hand to cover it, and the keychain, so you can make something like this. Which yes, I'm mad crazy about those. So that's one. This is 2 projects. Then there's a 3rd project. This is a bezel bracelet. You paint it black, and then you can put your whatever you want to in it, but you can paint your solar color liquid in there. And that one has a top, a cabochon. To put the cabochon on, I do highly recommend that you apply either resin, UV only, UV resin, or UV top coat, very thin on top of your this, okay? And then pop this in while it's wet, and then cure it through the glass with your light, like that. That way it's solidly connected. Do not put glue. If you put glue, it ruins this. You can't just put anything on it. It's very, very, very fussy. And I'm going to be putting a little informational sheet in your box about this and what to do, what not to do, and you know, stuff like that. And I am in, just let me say this again, I am not affiliated with, or you know, they didn't sponsor me or anything like that. solarcolordust.com. I did get permission to put it in the box, so but this is their product. I didn't make this. I didn't have anything to do with it. I just love it, so I wanted to share it with you guys. I also put a ring in here with a bezel, so you can make a ring. These are really fun because they're body heat activated, and these work really good. Like a mood ring. It is actually a mood ring. I find these ones work really great too. You just, you know, the ones you wear around your neck, like a necklace or a whatever. Those are really good. So you'll get 1 ring and 3 pendants, and then you get the little dangles, goodies, whatever in there. Not everybody will get the same key, so all the keys are probably different. I think there's like 2 or 3 rabbits, so somebody will, but then everybody gets 4 charms. They're all different. Remember, this is just an example. I showed you these. You get the crystals. Then you get, this is the mixed doodads, and I did use what we had left from the last kit, and I added some fall leaves. They're resin color fall leaves and glitter, fall leaves glitter in there that I had left over. So you have some fun mixture of things in there. I also added some other stones and stuff in there, so it's not so much like the other one. So then you also get 5 little charms for fall, and they're all different, but this is the theme. It's like Thanksgiving, pumpkin, turkey, maple leaf. There's an oak leaf too in some of them. And then 3 resin charms, just because they're so cute. These are like, oh my gosh, you can put these just anywhere. This is just 3 examples. There's a whole bunch of different ones. There's like a different kind of ghost. There's the scary face guy, you know, the, what's his name? The, you know, the mask, with the black, I forgot his name. Anyways. And then there's like a wizard jacket and a cat, another kind of cat, and just fun things. So did I tell you about this? This is a 1 ounce large size. It's called Purple People Eater. It's basically an inverted zombie brains, because I loved that so much. So I thought, you know what, that doesn't even show up there. Huh, too funny. I wonder why. It's so beautiful. Anyways, it's purple with green, and the other one was like green with a little purple. So this is really beautiful. Oh, here's the original, the zombie brains. So I got so excited about that I did it backwards. So put a lot of this, less of that. This has a lot of that and less of this. So together they make a really good pair. Gorgeous. Then you get another detail brush, and these are very inexpensive, so don't feel bad if you ruin it. Totally disposable. And a couple of smaller disposable brushes, because I think these work really well with this. And I'll show you, like, I'm not going to open a pen because I only got just 20 for you guys, but it takes a long time to click it to activate. So when you use this, you're going to turn your pen this way, and then you twist, you know, like lip gloss or whatever, and then you twist and twist and twist until you see it come to the tip. And then what I like to do is, like, you know, push it around on the surface that you're going to be painting so you don't waste any. Tap it just to get it in the brush nicely, and then hold it over that surface, keep twisting, and drop it on there. I don't like the brush. Honestly, I don't like to use the brush because it leaves little brush marks. But if you drop it on there and then take these little guys and barely touch it, you can pull it anywhere you want to. Or even better, if you have a dotting tool. Sorry, I'm not looking up there at comments. Hopefully you guys are not yelling at me. Sorry. Anyways, you can take a dotting tool and drag it around, which I'll show you in just a few minutes. You can drag it around really easily and put it where you want it to go. The bigger the ball on your dotting tool, the easier it is. Unless you have a little spot to get into, then, you know, use a smaller one. The brush works just fine, smaller areas. I use this a lot to do all of these over here. What else? And, oh, and a gel pen. You get a gel pen because I have lots. And these are really pretty gel pens. I believe this one is metallic or jelly. But again, I'm not going to use it because this is somebody's kit. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to put this to the side and we're going to play with my stuff so you guys can see it in action. And then if you want one, send me a message. These kits are $45 through me. Deborah, the brush sucks. She ain't kidding. It does. Sorry, Solar Color Dust, but your brush sucks. It does. Not even kidding. A couple of other things I found out too. Thank God I'm not affiliated, right? They'd be firing me. Is that they say only to use 2 things to seal it. I'm not saying to experiment. I wouldn't do that because I did experiment with a few things and it does ruin it. But the 2 things I found to be safe are UV top coat. I don't know about everybody's. Mine works great. And Gelixir and Gelin. So if you have any of those, I've tested all 3. They work good. I'm thinking all UV no wipe top coats probably are safe. Probably. And my top coat, funny enough, after I thought I ruined it, it worked out. So I don't know how much I have left in my pot, but I think it's enough to do a couple of small things. So I'm going to do his eyes and hopefully, you know, something else I have over here. I don't know what, but so you're going to be getting enough to make 1 keychain. I mean, you can make more if you have your own keychain bits, but these I had so much fun with, and they are so beautiful. They go fast. See that? They just, I like, my body likes to turn them pink. I don't know why, but there. Isn't it great? I love it. Mood rings make me happy. I forgot all about them. I know I played with this stuff a couple of years ago, but I wasn't that impressed, honestly. I think they've either improved it or I'm way more patient now. I don't know. But the discoloration in the background is on purpose. I wanted like this antique-y kind of old, rustic kind of, you know, look like it's been aged. This one I did so it would look like it was on a, what's that called when the metal like bubbles like that? I forgot what that's called, but see that how it's like texture under there? So I really enjoy that too. So I want to do this one too. These are actual black bezels. I haven't tried that yet. I did this one. I popped, if you, some of you might recognize this. I used this on the big B I did a few years ago. It had a green gemstone in it. Actually, that's right here. I had this in there. I popped that out and then broke off this from a little hoop it had on top. I just twisted that off and then I painted over it with, I just had, oh, the aged brass there. And then I put the aged brass down around here too, so you can really see all that glue. And I used for glue, which I'm really digging lately, is the Gorilla Glue, the clear stuff. Holy cow, that's really good glue. I know there's some controversy about using it on your rocks and stuff, so don't do that. Because especially if you put your rocks outside, there's something about what it does outside, like it reactivates the harsh chemicals and can cause animals problems. So don't do that if you are putting it outside. It doesn't really have a smell to me, and it works fabulous. Like, it's really strong. So, and I actually did top coat one of my rocks with it recently, and it's very glossy, but I don't know what, I would never put it outside though. So, all right, so I put the stuff in the eyes. I don't know if you saw it changing while I was holding it here, but I'm going to put the heat gun on these so you guys can see this craziness. This is my favorite little thing I did here. So this was a part of a mess of charms I got a few years ago. It was just in there with a bundle of them. Isn't that pretty? So then I had, this was a bezel. It had a hoop on this end, you know, a little loop thing. So I popped that off because it looked pretty uniform at both sides, and then I made sure it had a way to use a jump ring in there so I could turn it sideways. And then I did the black base coat, let that dry, and then I put in the liquid crystal, let that dry very, very well, then I top coated it. Then I hooked everything together. I put this on top with the jump ring, I put another jump ring there, and these are the fun ones that twist so it won't get all scratched up. And that's the same kind I got for you guys, these twisty kinds, so that yours don't get scratched up either. So this is, these I'm calling them peekaboos or lockets. So I made like a little faux locket, and then these ones that I use these big hands over it. What do you guys think? Are these cute? Yeah, Connie the gel. That's the one I'm talking about. I'll show you guys. But remember, I'm not saying to use this on your rock. I'm not saying that. So, because Katie will murder me. She's really, really, really anti-Gorilla Glue about using it if you put your rocks outside. If you don't, that's a whole nother story. If you do, do not use Gorilla Glue. And we have a whole write-up about it. I'll have her post it if I can find it. But this is the stuff right here. It does bond virtually everything. As a glue, it is amazing. It says indoor outdoors, but I don't like what it does do. You know, once it gets warmed up and stuff outside, it's not a good deal. Oh, I also did this. This was also in that bit of charms that I got. They were a larger portion, you know, I think they were called steampunk, actually. It was a steampunk large mix from Amazon. Anyways, I did these eyes too. So, see that? Oh yeah, I'm putting all this down here. There's a few I haven't put together, so I'll put this together so you guys can see how to do that too. This is one I did. It's from that same mix. I haven't put it together yet. And then this is a smaller one. And the owl. I had this from a few years ago. The little bitty key, and then a little heart crystal on the key. All right, put these aside. I think that's all. Oh, this guy. I'm trying to put them face up so you can see it. This guy and this guy. Are we all there? Are we all here ready to play? Because it goes fast with the heat gun. Oh, let's put the vampire in there too so we can see him go nutty. So it's going to be hard to watch them all at the same time. Do you guys want me to do them one by one, or do you just want me to go across the thing and hit them all? 45, yes, that's right, Jen. 45 for the fun pack, yep. And you get, there's 1, 2, the bracelet is 3, and then 4, 5, 6, there's 3 other of those, all the charms and whatnot. So there's like 6 projects in there at least. And you can make more than that if you have a little bit of stuff at home on your own. Like some more jump rings and key chain bits or whatever. But those things are really inexpensive for you to pick up yourself on Amazon. Like you can get a big bundle of them for like $7. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and get it. You guys ready? This is the fun part. Get out of there. All right, make sure everything is safe. Here we go. Left to right, right to left. Let's go this way. It's going to be loud. Can you guys see it? Hold on. This guy trips me out. So that's all the way activated. If you're over 90 degrees, it'll stay like this dark color. If you're under 60, it's that really light yellow brown color. It's like a golden brown. It's kind of like this color almost. Almost like the color of this, but a little bit darker. Wasn't that cool? So they say it's 12 colors, though I can't, really see that. I like to watch this guy go backwards, and then they all, go back through the color change as they're cooling down. See his shoes, how they're all kind of rainbow? This is my top coat on them, and then this is UV top coat. And I have no idea why his eyes always go wonky, like one goes faster than the other or slower. I don't know. Maybe it's because I hit it at different times or there's more on one than the other. I don't know. But this, I love this. It just, that's the same thing. Oh, the one, where'd he go? My little, where is he? He's probably right here, gonna jump out at me. You know, the one I was telling you about that I thought I ruined. My sweet little guy. Do you guys see him? He's like about this big. What's going on? Where did he go? What? Okay, well, if we find him, I will show you how cool he is. Why? Where could he have gone? I haven't moved anywhere. That is crazy. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. There's also the sticker pack in there. There's 5 huge, 5 or 6, 5. I'm perplexed about my cutie, my little guy. Where'd he go? So these big holographic ones, there's five of them, yeah. And not everybody's going to get the same one. Some people might get a fish, some might get a bird, some might get a face. Some have beautiful lady faces in them. And mandala and feather. You get 5 big ones, and then some little Halloween stickers, because I still have a few of these left. And then these cute holographic ones also. Of course, these little things, because I think they would go great in these little... I love nail stickers for little art. It's fun. And some new fall stickers. And some striping tape, because that's always fun. I'm sad. Do you know where the guy went? Do you guys see it on the kit tray? Oh, thank you. You are so right. How do you know? Allison, go girl. Love you. Woo, Jen. Thank you, Jen and Allison. You guys are rock stars. Okay, I'm going to hit him and hopefully he'll behave. I don't know why he's purple today. He's been green forever, so it must be, I guess, warmer in here today. I don't know. I got the fan on me full blast, so I can't tell. All right, let's watch this. Okay. Yeah, he's so awesome. Isn't he fun? Did you guys see that? He's so fun. And he goes fast. He's like, yeah. And he's why I put my top coat in there, because I love that the most. Look at it. Isn't it gorgeous? This guy. This is the screamy guy. What was I saying about that? I was trying to remember. Yeah, now I don't. So, who cares? All right, let's get into a project. So, we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. And are you guys okay? Am I going too crazy fast? I get excited. I'm sorry. Oh, I love this one too. I'm going to put this one together. I haven't got actually see it in together yet, so I got to grab my little leftover bits of it. Oh yeah, I brought in another one. So the bracelets, guys, also. Hey Anita, I'm glad you're here. Are also different colors, so everybody will probably get a different color. There's brown, there's pink, there's a light pink and a dark pink, black and brown. There are some blue. I don't think I used the blue. So I have more bracelets I might add to future freebies or whatever. So this is my pack. I just threw everything in a bag. These were from my bigger one. I just wanted to play with those. This is what I need for that guy. This one was for something. That one. There we go. My charms. Yeah, my gold one. My ring. Fun. This is too fun. I have way too much fun with this stuff. My little bits. Those. All right. Okay, so you have to start by painting your base black. You must. And I included a Glossy Shots black. That takes a long time to dry. Don't rush it. I recommend you paint these the night before you plan on doing them. This is one base coated with Glossy Shots, and it's a self-leveler, and it will, all the paint that you use will show whatever's underneath it. I like that because I like that old, like, rustic look. If you don't like that, you need to use top coat or UV resin, you know what I mean, and put it down in there. Let that dry, and then, or paint it black. You'll still see that though. But if you put the resin first, because that'll self-level and give it a slick surface, then you can paint that black, then resin it again. Or no, paint it black and then go from there with your, put your stuff on top of that. I don't have enough to do this tonight, so I am getting more, and we will be doing more, trust me. But I base coated a lot so that they would be ready. And I wasn't sure which one I wanted to do. I love this one. I might do that one. I was trying to think of a good one to, ooh, that kind of goes good on there, huh? But it would be way up there. Nah. Well, unless no. Just no, you know. Ooh. Ooh. Is that the one? No, because that thing's back there. Darn it. But that would have been cute, huh? You're out of here. So maybe just on a regular. No. I picked the wrong stuff. Poor me. That's okay. Nope, that one's like that too. Darn. Double darn it. Maybe it'll go on black. Nope. So we need to do a sideways one with it, I think. I don't know if I could get a jump ring in there, but this guy would probably work on a bigger sideways one, like the... Hello, what's the matter with me? There you go. That'll work like that, right? I'll do... It's not the same, though, at each end. Sometimes you just gotta find your in there, but I don't think there is one. I was thinking if I pop that off, but there's no, like, middle hole on anywhere, except for on the sides, but he's not even on both sides. I really wanted to use that one. Darn it. Oh well. I will find something to use those on, because I love this little locket idea, you know. Mine have all the things broke off them, because before on when I used these before, we did the dichroic, the faux dichroic glass look, and that was with this kind of, it's foil but not foil. Everybody's probably got this. If you guys were on the foil frenzy, you ordered foil that wasn't foil, that said it was foil, right? Yeah, we all did it. We fell for it, but this does have a function, and it's very awesome to use in stuff like this and make, it's called like dichroic backgrounds or whatever. Here's scissors. Where did you go? I don't know where my little bitties are. But like, you can just crinkle this up really, really, really small, like that. And then when you open it up, it's all crunchy like dichroic, like that. Yummy, right? Just keep wrinkling it until it's to a desired place, and then you cut it down to the size you want it. You put it in there, and then you fill it with UV resin, and then do whatever you want to it. That's very beautiful too. If you have any old Mylar balloons or bags or wrapping, you know, the wrap tissue stuff, some of my bags, you can do it with that too. So I'm going to go ahead and use my black, which I had some in a pot over here earlier. It's probably dry. And get a couple more of these that I want to do. So basically you can start from, with my black, you can put it on, straight on. And it's one coat. Mine is, I can't vouch for other acrylics, but my black is really black. Super opaque. Alright, so I'm just trying to make sure I got all the way to the edges. I'm going to put on my glasses in a minute. You can't tell me here. If you want one, you have to message me. If I don't get a message from you, I'm not going to hunt down comments. So just letting you know that. Then I'm going to, actually I did this with a pen. I was trying to see what a pen would work like, but it doesn't really, unless you want an antique-y like look, but everywhere the pen, see how it just wipes right off, it won't show up very well. So you want to make sure it's really blacked out. I'm just using what I have left on my brush for a second coat on this one. I think that's good. Let's go ahead and fix this one. I'm sorry, Michelle. Yeah, in Messenger. My bad. I'm so sorry. That's mean of me. Yeah, in Messenger. Please message me in Messenger. I get lost with my messages, so I try to keep them in one place. I know. I do come over here and check, but not all the time, so. I got the fan going, so it's drying super fast. Okay, I think. I like this one too. I hear y'all dinging. My son's gone, so I have my notifications on. Sorry. All right. So I don't think on black ones that you need to base coat, but they do say in on their site that glossy surfaces sometimes repel the product, but on my glossy shots it didn't. This one right here was my control, I used glossy shots to straight onto the surface of this silver bezel. Um, it looked like that pretty much. Well, you know what? I'll show you. I'll put glossy shots in there. It won't be dry before we get off, but I'll just show you. It really self-levels. It works really nicely. So really you can just like, oops, sorry. Use your bottle, kind of spread it around a bit. You don't need a lot. So like, just like that, and then spread it around with your brush. Make sure you rinse your brush after you that's too big. Oh my word. Trying to make a mess there. Okay. So, like I said, glossy shots really self-levels, but you have to have enough of it so that it'll self-level. And usually, my brush was a little wet, so it might picked it up a bit. I think that's probably good. There's some bubbles in it though, because I fussed with it, and my brush has water in it, so I'm just going to give it a little bit more. So 2 drops instead of 1 in this one, but that's probably way too much. Just takes longer to dry. Doesn't necessarily mean it's better. But like if you see it and it's all like mushy like that, say how it's uneven, don't worry, because that will settle. It will settle. I know it doesn't feel like it, but it will. And I just got to tell you guys, if you send me a message and you didn't get the kit, I want to apologize in advance because there are only 20. And I know, we'll see, right now we have 27 watching, so hopefully, you know, you get one, and I'm rooting for everybody. And if it's a big hit, I may do it again in a future, you know, kit. It's fun, anyways. And, you know, if you didn't get one, you can go right over to Solar Dust and get your own. They are $10 a pen, but plus shipping. That's kind of a lot. Okay, good. I think I got a hair in there though. Oh well, we're gonna leave that hair in there. So yeah, that's just, you know, glossy shots. Alright, so which one do we want to put the stuff in? Come on, Wanda. I know I'm doing you. I think I want to do my ring. Oh, which one? What do you guys want me to do? Trying to open this big enough to fit my fat finger. Of course they're squeezy rings because, you know, I'm not rich. But I think these are the best for mood rings because they're thin, you know, thin, and they kind of sit on your skin. So I love it. Oh my gosh. Let's do this one. I'm going to paint it black so that it is drying. Wow. Get it out. I think that I'm getting better though, you guys, since the last few times I was on, finally getting whatever it was drug-wise out of my system from the reaction and the EpiPen and all the steroids and craziness of the last couple months. Wow. Just wow. But I'm finally feeling less, I wouldn't say less foggy, I'm foggy, but less scattered, you know. I'm more hyper because I'm not being sedated, but hyper's my norm. I'm ADHD on crack usually. Poor Katie, she comes before I've had my medication during the day, and yeah, that's a nightmare for her. It's funny because it's my brain that's hyper. My body doesn't go 90 miles an hour, but my brain does. It don't shut up. And I seriously do 10 things walking down the hallway with good intentions, but by the time I get to the other room, I haven't completed any of them because I started them and got distracted by the next one. So Miss Katie comes and sorts me out a couple days a week. I'm thankful, grateful, all of those check boxes for sure. She got me. Definitely couldn't move this train without my husband and Katie and my son and all of you guys. So thank you for your patience with everything. And Jennifer and Anita for moderating. All of you. It takes a village, right? Okay, here we go. So I have a pot. You're going to have a pen. I explained that earlier, how to do the pen. If you didn't see that part, you can catch the one. It's not just at the beginning, but probably about 20 minutes ago, maybe. These pots are pretty cool if you ever get over to Solar Color Dust and you want to get a bigger one. This has like a closure on the top, which is highly recommended because it dries out in there and then you lose your product. So I remember the last time I used it, that was kind of the problem. Like it dried out, so it was like kind of a mess. Sorry. I don't know what. Oh, it's part of their plastic. Or, yeah. Okay. This came off. I'm just going to clean this up a bit so it doesn't get on my project. So also when you're working, cap your pen if you're going to use it the way I recommended. So you drop it down onto your surface and then don't use the pen. Don't recommend that because it's too hard. But it leaves brush marks. What did I do with my little brushes? There's one. Oh, I see what that was that came out of there. It was the thing that holds it down. So, okay, stupid. Well, it was broken anyways. So, anyways, you just do that and it holds it down too. But I'm going to use it right now. So, we're going to do his eyes. I may only have enough here to do his eyes. Anyway, so what I'm talking about, when you have your pen, you click, 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 click until it drops like that. Can you guys see that? Then I move it with like a disposable brush or a dotting tool, because that moves it really nicely. But you don't want to press hard on anything because you don't want to scratch the paint under it. You know, you don't want to lift up any black and have it interfere with your beautiful stuff here. I might have to turn off my fan. So go to the edge, but don't go past it because it kind of really does need that surface. And then if you're like me and you like to have like gloss and matte on your surface, like this guy, this is matte, that's gloss. I love that. You want to spray your rock first. Don't spray this stuff. Don't spray it. Don't do it. It's a bad deal. It will ruin it. So spray your rock first with the white, then paint on your black, then add your liquid crystal. Yeah, my stuff's kind of dry. That's because I've had it for probably a month now. Okay, there's one eye. I'm going to turn my fan off. A bunch of clicks. You're right. Yeah, the pen takes a lot of clicks to get it started because it's not, they have it measured out. It's like 3 ml, so like this much of the pen is empty. But also, don't fuss with it after it's been in here for any longer than about what I'm at right now. It's questionable. Like if you, once you get it down, don't go back and mess with it because you'll leave brush marks. You need to, at that point, let it dry 100%, like really, really well. I recommend hours. And then you can do another coat of it. But if you rub back and forth like I'm doing right here, you'll take it back up. So I recommend one really solid coat, and that's it. Honestly, you don't need more. As you saw, all of these are one coat. It also self-levels, so you don't have to worry about it looking so terrible. It doesn't move around per se, so if you don't get enough in the areas, then it won't, you know, self-level. You got to kind of spread it out, and then it will do its thing. So I'm just barely touching it so that I move this stuff and not disrupt any of the other business. Come on. Okay, I think that's good. We'll let that one dry. There's a little bit left on my brush, so if you have any little projects going on, you can use that, like the little eyes on my skull and stuff. Those are little projects. So I'm going to grab one of my oh shoot, they're not painted. Oh darn. Well, let's see, I want to do my ring, so I'll just use it in there. I know it's just a little bit, and it's probably going to mess me up more than help me. Also, when you're done with your pen, make sure you've used up all the stuff on your brush. Then I get a wet cloth and clean it. Don't leave the gunk in there, because see all this stuff? It messes up your, it will mess up your painting. It's yucky. It takes a little bit of patience, and it's kind of a trial and error, but it's a way for you guys to try the product. If you like it, we'll do it again. If you love it, you can get bigger sizes over there at solarcoloredust.com. And they have glitter hippo too. They're pretty cool. Yeah, this one. Oops, I got a glitter in there. Oh well, so it's got glitter. Oh, the leaf. You want me to do this one? Okay, cool beans. Who said that? Jennifer Watson. Thank you. Okay, I'm on it. Wrong one. I think I have enough in there. I'm going to pull this thing off. Maybe not. Maybe. All right, I'll do it. Let's see. Hopefully I'll have enough. There's a little bit in here. It's kind of gummy, but I'm like, yes, neurotic. I do have more coming for myself, but I refused. Ooh, see, it does pull away. So some surfaces, it won't work in here. I guess it does pull away from, but it doesn't pull away from my glossy shots, so that's a bummer. Well, at least I just used the stuff in the lid, so. All right, we'll let that dry, and I'll have to paint it real quick and then let it dry. Anything else that one will have to be painted too. That is so big, I know I don't have enough to do that. That is glossy shots, but should we do the alien? That's a small enough. I think I might, no, probably not. Okay, smaller. The ring, let's do the ring. All right, this one might be gummy because I am at the bottom of the barrel. Oh, there's way more down there than I thought. Hello. I know on my owl, it did this thing. I think I don't know what it is about some of these little areas, these round ones. They have like a higher side and a lower side so that it self levels like all in one direction. So I had to like seal him and then do the other side and then kind of hold him for a while so it would kind of settle the other way. But that's one of those things you kind of get used to. It takes a while. Like, it took me almost the whole bottle to figure out these little tips and tricks. So I'm trying to show you guys so that you don't, you have a lot smaller of an amount than I do to play with. So I'd like for you to have one great experience and then, know whether you're going to love it or not. And you should be able to do all the little projects I gave you, because it should work for, there should be like 3, 4 things like that. Like the the bracelet, that was the other one. Yeah, I want to do that one. So the ring and the bracelet, I got to figure out. Oh, no, man. I'm such a dummy. Luckily it wasn't any drier yet. Touch the bottom. Darn it. Oh well. It is what it is. We're going to leave it alone. But I need to figure out how to make it stay. Oh, I know. Where's my box? You remember the snail shell box that I cut holes into the top? I can put it down in there. Except for I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is. Yes. I love it. Ta-da. Okay, I'll have to make it bigger. One of them bigger. Stay. We're problem solving here together today. That works. Okay. Get in there. See? Problem solved. Nice and flat and straight. With my nasty spot in it. But it's okay. It's fine. Now I gotta set it somewhere level so it doesn't do any weird stuff. This is the only coat that I will do. Thanks, Deborah, for asking. Yep, I'm a firm believer in one coat because every time I've tried to go back and do second or thirds, it's a disaster. This one, the surface of the bottom of this, the metal, looks like wood grain. I don't know if you can see that in there. So I painted it black, but made sure that was left there because I just love it. I love the way that looks, the wood grain. I love texture though. So if you don't like that, use a top coat to get rid of any texture that you don't like because a lot of these bezels have I don't know if you can see that. Can you guys see the texture in there? They have a texture so that the glue locks in the product. So focus, focus, Wanda, focus. Bracelet, bracelet, bracelet. I actually think I have a big enough couple jump rings that I could make this work. Oh, I love it because the eyes are see-through. That is so cool. I would have to find them, dig them out though, so. Bracelet. Oopsie. All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do it. I know I put it back together because I don't want it to dry out while I was deciding what I was doing. I think the deal with the bracelet is going to be that it's sitting with these chains on the side. They're kind of coil, so unless you know how to do those, I wouldn't suggest removing them. They are kind of a pain in the butt. Sorry, there's a chunk. I'm trying to get it out of there. Okay. but you can level it out just with a couple of pieces of paper or stickers or something. Not, you know, don't take the backs off of paper stickers or something. You could level it. It'll only take a couple, I'm sure. And I will show you what I mean. Okay. Which one do I want to paint? Let's do, I think I have enough for this little guy. I'm just trying to use it up because I think it's going to dry if I don't. I think this one is actually silver. Some of these are from my old jewelry box too. Or it might be stainless or something. Oh my gosh, I'm going to eke it out of here. Come on, you got it. A little more. Not that it needs it, but... There's a few little bubbles in there. Usually you can get them out with your breath. Yep. Now, on their website, they do say that you can use a heat gun to dry it. Okay. All 3 times I've tried that, it has damaged it. Maybe my heat gun is too hot. I do have a pretty industrial one. But, what is this? 350 watt. I don't know, but it just kind of made it bubble up and it dried the surface. So when the underneath dried, it left spots in it, and it like it would. When it did the color, it did color change definitely, but you could see the little damage in there, and that I didn't like because it wasn't like something I wanted there. So. Thanks, Jen. Thank you. Yeah, you guys, if you weren't here in the beginning or you missed the message in the group, or if you didn't read far enough down the message, you have to send me a PM on Facebook Messenger. So if you don't know how to message me there, you're probably not in our group. If you're not in the group, go join the group at Creative Rock Art and Foil Techniques on Facebook, and then you'll find me in there, the Foiling Rock Lady, or Wanda Michelle Rodriguez. I'll answer either one of those places. So, but yeah, you have to send me a message. See, it's drying already. Oh my gosh, from the outside in. So I think this one's gonna do what this guy does. They go, his eyes. Let me turn this one on again so you can see it. Except for let me move these. Oh, see? I am crazy with stuff, huh? I'm just like, drop it everywhere. I'm going to move him out of the way. So he is going to have a little boogers in there, but that's because I was using the end of the pot. It's been highly, not damaged, but, you know, beaten up by the time I got down there. Thank you, Jen. Okay, watch his face. Isn't that cool? I love how his goes. They go from the outside in. Oh, I love it. And then this guy's great color. They are chameleon too, guys. This stuff is full chameleon, so depending on which way you tilt it, it changes colors. Just like the best chameleon paint ever. So it's like all the colors of chameleon. So you can hold it up above you, and it's like really, really brilliant blue. And as you bring it down, it goes to green, lime green, yellow, then to gold, then to brown. Okay, here we go. Ready? He's fun too. Love it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so does anybody, hi Sea Cookie, does anybody remember the 80s when the oil stickers were a big fun thing? They actually had this stuff inside oil stickers. And it was like basically a 3D sticker. It had a foam pad on the bottom of it, and then it had, you know, a plastic layer and then another plastic layer, and it was sealed. And in between those layers, I think the bottom layer must have been black or something, because you could squish this stuff around in there and it was Moody. It would change colors with the temperature in your hands. It was so much fun. Do you guys remember those? Yes, it was gel. Yes, it was so cool. I went looking for them. No, gosh, barely any sites even know what it was. I didn't know what to call it at first. Like I was like 3D gel sticker, 3D Moody sticker, oil paint sticker from the 80s. That's what brought it up, and only a couple. So if anybody finds them, let me know, because I want to dissect them, take them apart, and see how they work. Yeah, I'm the kid that took apart the glow stick and was like rubbing it all over myself. Like, hey, it glows. Let's put it everywhere. I'm crazy. I know. So, oh yeah, I was going to show you how to level this. Okay, so if you have a couple of pieces of scrap paper, or, you know, something nearby that you've been working on or with, like I have this sticker pad here. I'm just going to cut it. Okay, so I'm going to level you up one. See, we'll start with one on each side and see. That did it. See, it's not a lot. It just takes a little bit. Just like that. Oh, maybe not. Take a little bit more. There, that's good. Now it's not moving. It's going to be right in my way, but I'm going to move it over here. Now that I know it works. Get out of my way. Would ya? This is probably going to dry weird to you. This way. Challenge tonight. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Stay there. I can show you guys how to do this too. Let's put together. You need to get out of the way too, so I don't miss you. That's what I did, right? Those three? Okay. This one is going to go on here. You guys probably will need some tools to put together your keychain. I was going to put them all together, but then I thought, you know what? It's going to be really hard for you guys to paint it with it all put together. So I left it apart like this. The jump ring is on here already, so you don't have to worry about the jump ring. It's there. So you open the jump ring on this part of the keychain. To do that, the easiest way to do that is to find the opening. Okay, point it straight up and then grab it sideways with your flat pliers. These are like a jewelry making kit. You can pick up, I think there's like 6 or 8 of them in there for like 10 bucks. 6 or 8 tools. No, like 5 tools. Sorry, in there for like 10 bucks. You can grab them at Walmart usually right off the shelf. So usually takes 2 pairs of something. If you don't have 2 pairs of this, you can do that and then try to move it with your fingers, but it's kind of hard. These are bigger jump rings, so like that, right? So then you just twist one back toward you to open it. You don't want to pull them apart like that because they're a booger to get back together. So twist enough so you can see that it's open. I don't know if you can see that. You see that? Okay. go ahead and hang on to it like that. Really nice grip on there. Then we're going to put this one on here. You don't need the second jump ring here. I just did that to put them together so you guys could see them. Then you would put yours straight through like that. See, sorry. And then you pull them back together. So it's just, now it's perfectly back together there. And then because of the type of keychain I got, see it's a swivel. So that's why you don't need the second jump ring. The less is better. And this is a nice thick heavy duty jump ring. Now it's on its keychain, and I'll take off the other one. Now that I know I don't need it, plus it's a little fine one that's not really good for keychains because it'll just separate. See, I could separate that one with my fingers. Not good. Like I said, I just put them together so you guys could see them on the thing because I didn't know if my keychains were going to get here in time. So that one's done, and you can hook this on your cup, on a lanyard. You can hook it on your bag, on your purse. You can hook it on your kid's belt loop. Anywhere. You could even make earrings. Take this off here and then hook this into some earring wires, and there you go. You got some earrings. Fun, right? Very good. Okay. I'm going to put together another one. That way you guys can see. That's probably not going to go very well on there, though. Too big. Let's see. Yeah, I got to put this one together. So this time I'm going to go ahead and take this apart because that's how yours is going to be. So, find the opening, make it straight up and down, and then grab your other ones. I'm a right-handed person, but I use my left hand to open with, so I secure it with my right, and then I push it toward me. It doesn't really matter which way you go, but I like to go this way. And then I just keep a hold of it. I put in my piece, and then my top piece, I want to make sure it's facing the right way, right? Then I grab my pliers and close it back together. You want them to touch so that there's no air between them, and if they're not quite together, just give it a good squeeze, you know. And if they don't straighten up, take pliers back to it and put them together. There you go. Now it's perfectly straight, or what I call perfectly straight. And there's another one together. Nice, huh? I love that. Oh, I love this guy. Do you see his eyes? Oh, let's look at this one again. Well, this one, you can have fun with him with just your hand. Isn't that great? Funny enough, my fingers are cold tonight. I'm always hot, but not today. Let me get the heat gun on him so you can see. He's cool. I love him. I love that the pores in the rock kind of make him like gritty looking, grainy. It just matches the personality. What's his name? The name of this character on that scary show. What's it called? Can't remember. All right, so there's those two colors also of the. It's gonna take me a minute, you guys, to get used to these satin shots. Satin shots. Serpentine and grape jelly. I did this one already. I stirred it, but I did not do serpentine, so I'm going to do that again. And if you missed how to activate these a bit ago, I'm going to show you again. I just lost my, oh, here it is. So every pack is going to get another poker. If you guys have seen these coming to you and you don't know what they're for, this is what they're for. The bottles, you know, being acrylic or whatever we're using, they can clog really easily, and it's just a tiny hole. So this is bigger than the hole. Yes, it's like that on purpose. So you got to kind of push it down in there, get it started, and then push. Make sure you have your paper towel handy before you do that, because it could push squish out. Ghost face. Yeah, thank you. Oh, that's serious. Scream, that's it. This ghost face from Scream. Okay, make sure that you have your paper towel kind of wrapped around that part right there, but you still need to be able to see your bottle. So turn it to like where you can see through the window there, or through the sticker. Sorry, I got a little headache. Okay, then push it all the way to the bottom till you feel it touch, like, then stir, stir. You'll be able to see it because you can see your tool in there. So stir, stir, stir. You basically just want to move it around, break it up, and then move your tool out. And I got to show you guys something else too, because I made a thinner for these, because you see how they are thick. They're concentrated. I forgot to tell you all that. Sorry. The directions are in the listing, and I put these on my Facebook or my Etsy in the shop, so you guys could get the 25% off, because my shop's on sale till October 1st, 25% off for my birthday month. Okay, so you just do that, and then you move. Oh, sorry, I went a little fast. That's how you unplug it, by the way. I'll show you that in a second. Sorry. I didn't hold it. You got to hold the top on. Sorry. Hold it down and then pull out a little, and then keep stirring. Just a little. You don't have to stir it a bunch, because you're going to shake it. And then make sure to wipe that off. This does stain, so be careful. That's why it's important to have the paper towel on there. But you saw how that top came off? Sometimes you need to open the top and clean them. So you push this in, just like we did, but not very far. And then you kind of tilt it to the side, and then see how it pulls it up, and then you just pull this right off, and you go take it to the sink, warm and soapy water. You can clean that out, and it's all brand new. And if you need to, at this point, you can stick your long skinny spatula in there. These are also in the store. And big boy stir it, you know what I mean? If you don't want to deal with the poker and you have a long skinny spatula, this is how I do it. I'm like, I don't have patience. And then make sure to clean all your tools, because this stuff doesn't come off very easily. Like, I've ruined a bunch of these. So, yep. Do that, make sure it's off, and then put your top back on. Oh, clean your bottle. Paint maintenance, it's a thing. I had a whole tutorial on paint maintenance somewhere. Paint bottle maintenance. Okay, then you pull this out, holding the top on, pull straight out, and then clean off the tool. Now your bottle's ready to be recapped and shaken. Now you gotta shake just a little bit. Now at this point, you can use it straight from the bottle for a very opaque experience. This guy is straight from the bottle, and he is seaweed. Beautiful color. And that is straight from the bottle on the rock, straight up. Beautiful. If you want to use it on the for stained glass effect, which I was trying to do something here so you guys could see how cool it is on stained glass, but my picture isn't coming out very good because I was very shaky. But anyways, this is regular glossy shots, and then the opaque colors and around it too. But I'll show you. So if you want to mix it, I recommend doing it on a disposable, or yeah, just do it on a disposable surface. Save your sticker backs. They're perfect. You know, when you get stickers or anything, shipping labels, whatever you get with any of that backing on it, save it, cut it up. They're great little palettes. I'm big on recycling everything. It's another thing Katie hates. Anyway, so how you mix is, there you are. Serpentine, you're going to get thinned out. I don't have the thinner in the bottle it comes in. Mine's in my applicating bottle, so, or my filler bottle. So I have the thinner available in the store in the 1 ounce. I don't have any sitting here. Bottles that size. Oh yeah, I do. This is a 1 ounce. Nope, that's a 2 ounce. Sorry. Okay, 1 ounce is half that size, but that's the size they are in the stores, 1 ounce. So you put however much you want to thin out on the surface. Then you add by drop. This thing is so big, the tip on this, so I'm probably gonna put too much, but ooh, come on, don't come out a lot. I'm gonna put it over here so that way, there. So I recommend like a 1 to 4 to start, like 1 drop, 1 to 4 ratio. Or if you want it really, really thin, you can go 1 to 1. So this is like 1 to 1 pretty much, because I'm trying to make a thin application so we can see it as a glossy shot. Okay, now you can go over there. Get over there. Thank you. It's beautiful. You can use this thinner with glossy shots too. And this does gloss it better, so it's not glossy, but it helps it to be glossy. And then if you want it as glossy shots, I recommend sealing it with the top coat because it's super glossy. There, now it's nice and movable. So when you get them, you're going to be like, these are too thick to work with. They're concentrated, so that's why the thinner is out there and available. That's a nice, good consistency for me anyways, for what I would do with it. What do I want to do with this? I want to, you know what, I'm going to put it on here so we can watch it. So basically you just pick up what you need and put it where you want it on your stained glass portion. Like I'm painting the back. I put the sticker on the front. This is one of those big stickers. Some of you will probably get this one in the kit. I put the sticker on this side, then I flipped it over and I'm painting the back so that the lines aren't covered. And I can do, you know, what I want to. I don't have to worry about painting in the lines. I do recommend letting it dry between your colors. Like if you're doing 2 colors on one, that way they don't blend together. I had issues with her face because I was in a hurry trying to do it. So let me show you there. Let me get a white paper under that. Oops. Don't touch it, dum-dum. Oh my gosh, I did that yesterday too. I just dropped it flat on the thing. But see there, now it's even, it's blotted. Sorry. Yeah, that was dumb. So that's too much. Well, I made a mess of it, but you get the idea, right? So, try that again without touching it. Now it's out of the lines, but yeah, you can see there. Now, I don't know if you can see, can you guys see through it right there? It's transparent because we thinned it. So that's quite nice. See her hair? That's opaque. That's the color it comes out. That one is earthy plum, that color of her hair right there. So it's thick and opaque. Though you can see through it a little bit up to the light. You see the pink you can see through? Those are glossy shots, the regular colors, the light pink and the yellow in there. And then her face, which I don't make anymore, but if you guys want it, that's skin tone glossy shots. It also separates, but I love it. It just makes it back together like I just showed you, and it's perfect. I'm also working on a better opaque white, so 1 coat white. Should be done in the next couple of days. The black, super duper awesome. One coat black, opaque, very cool. All right, so you have two colors in there. You have that one and then grape jelly. Same thinner, or you can use it straight, straight up, which I'm going to do with this one. This is painted with this one, what I had left on my brush after I did him, the alien face over there. So I'm gonna, there's a hair on here bugging me. Hang on, I'm gonna cut that off real quick. Disposable brush hazard. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it, see how full it is. It's almost like a soft body, but not a soft body because it's not a soft body base. It's actually a glossy base, but it's satin because I use pigment, which is ground and mold by hand and then mixed together. Okay. Very gorgeous, easy, and these are permanent once dry. I definitely would top coat them just if you want them glossy, you know what I mean? I don't know that I would have painted that up on the side, but that's where it went. This reminds me of cloisonne a bit. Like you could really do some faux cloisonne pieces with your bezel charms or whatever. This stuff's great on metal. It's pretty much great on anything, but it really shines on metal and glass. And when I say shines, like that's its thing. That's its jam. Go, grape jelly, go. Unthinned grape jelly. Ooh, we should do the wings, huh? How pretty would that be? Let's do that. Thank you, Jen. Jen linked up the Glossy Shots thinner up there. Thank you. That's awesome. Yay, Jen. Where was I going with that? Oh, the wings. There are four. Sorry, there's 4 sheer colors in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is it's called Lip Gloss Pink. It actually dries really golden because it's like a gold, rose gold, sort of, a very, very pink rose gold. And then this one is Touch of Sunshine. It's a sheer gold. And satin, or I'm sorry, this is Foggy Nights. It's a silver pink shift. And then this is Misty Rose, which is a pink shift. These are all interference, these 4. So they have like, you tilt them one way, they look one color. You tilt them the other, they look another color. They're not chameleon, they're interference because they're just one color. So one way this looks pretty clear, and then the other way it looks like a sheer pink color. So I think I want to use this one on the bee wings there. So I'm doing the stir bit because, yep, you got to do it. And then I'm going to stir, pull it out a bit, stir some more. Tipping it upside down helps. Okay. Recap it. I got some green in there. And then I'm going to roll it or shake it, whichever. This one activates pretty good with both. So if they're too thick in your bottle, you can put thinner in your bottle too. So if you find that it's too thick for you to deal with, or thicker than you want to deal with it, I must have had green on my stick. Oh goodness. Okay, so I'm going to pop off this top like I showed you on the other one. That needs to be washed, so I'm going to pop my top in my water over there, and I'll deal with that later. So right now, while it's open, you should have a little bit of room in there. You can either take some out or add your thinner in to it. This is how to mix the thinner directly in your bottle. Make sure there's no gunky stuff around it. And I'm going to add a few drops in here. Okay. You don't want to add too much that you can't stir it or shake it, because that's a problem. I'm just going to use this brush right now and stick it all the way to the bottom. Try to incorporate the best you can. I'm trying to get the green bit out of there. There, we got it. And then recap it and shake. I put my cap in the water, so shake, shake, shake. And you should be good to go. Yay, yeah, we are. All right, so here I'm going to use my paintbrush and do my bee wings. What? I saw something. Is the thinner the same as the reactivator? No, it's not. It's very, very different. Let's see. I've got two reactivators. I have a Glitter Whips reactivator, which is a water-based gel, and that is for the glitter whips. You can also use it with liquigels if you want them thinner. If you want to make your glitter whips a liquid gel, you can do it that way with that. That's too much. I got too much on there. So those are a water-based gel. They would ruin your satin shots, so I would not recommend mixing the two. This is water-based, yes, but it's a different, like, think of it like water-based lacquer versus like school glue, sort of. You know what I mean? You don't want to mix those two things because they just make a big mess. They ball up and they're not compatible friends. So then you would, okay, so I have, sorry, let me go back to my conversation. The other reactivator is the Jasmine Honey binder for watercolor and reactivator for dry watercolors that are kind of brittle. You can add a drop to the top of your cake, your watercolor, and mix it in there, swirl it in there with some water, and it'll reactivate the paint in your palette. If you want to make your own watercolor, that's what the binder is for. That's why I put it in the store, so you all can make your own. This is a little tiny sample size of it that I keep up here to show. It's a nice amber color. It's honey and jasmine, organic, made with gum arabic, glycerin, distilled water, honey, and clove oil and jasmine oil in there. So to me, I love it. It's the best for my paint. You may love it, you may hate it, I don't know, but that's what that one's for. The other one I don't have in here because they're being labeled right now. The thinner, it will say satin shots thinner. It can be used with satin or glossy shots. But yeah, it's just for this line right here. I wouldn't, you know, I don't try to top coat with it either because it's really not for that. Though it may work, it's not thick like a top coat, so I don't know that it would be as protective, you know. It might seal it, but I don't think it would give you any kind of UV protection or anything like the top coat will. It kind of has a layer in it that gives you like the non-yellowing UV protection stuff. Ooh, see, I love how that's looking already. I'm going to give it a little help with the dryer and see where it goes. Thanks, Jennifer. Little bonus, his eyes are going bananas. Fun. These you can use the heat gun on to dry them quicker because they take a very long time to dry. It's not all the way dry, but at least it's halfway dry. You can combine these really easy too. Just drop, you know, add them together. You can just either mix them together or touch drops together. Like if you have one color here, you can just butt up next to it with another color, or you can paint this all one color and then touch a drop into the other color. That is one of my favorite things to do. And I did that here on this pink portion. Turn this over. I don't know if you can see it. See the pink, how it goes pink and then kind of a yellow color in the pink? So that was all pink in there, and then I dotted the yellow in with the tip of the brush. It's kind of it's very satisfying too to watch. Kind of blooms in there a little bit. Okay. I think that's it as far as showing you what's in the kit. Let's see, is anything dry that we painted? I think this one is. Huh. Nice. I didn't think that would dry enough tonight, but I don't have anything to put in it, but that's the Glossy Shots as the base. See how it kind of cancels out the bottom texture a little bit? So if you were to put another coat, I think it would be nice and smooth. This one was done with Glossy Shots base, and they say it doesn't work that great. As you guys witnessed on this surface, it did bead up and pull away from it. So I don't know what the difference is between mine and that one, but it perfectly spread around on the Glossy Shots on this one, which came out of the same bag. But I mean, I don't know if they're the same metal. I think, is there any left in here? Probably not to do it, but it'll be enough for me to see what it's going to do. Come to me. Yeah, see? No balling up. The other one, it just like kind of, see, this one spreads nice. I won't be able to finish it, but the other piece, it was just like balling into little liquid droplets or whatever. I wish I had enough to go down in there. But, so I'll finish this one when I get my other pot. I think it's supposed to be here Friday or something. But not bad. These are very water-based, so if you don't like it, you can literally wipe it off, or if it's dry even, you can just drop water on it and it'll come right off. I don't think it's like reactivatable, and they say not to mix it with anything, so you can't thin it with water and make it go farther. Like, it won't work, they say. I haven't tried that, but you know me. I break the rules all the time, so sorry. Okay, I want to show you one more color. This Royal Velvet is so beautiful. And Deep Blue Sea, which is supposed to say Deep Sea Blue, but we'll go with Deep Blue Sea. Beautiful colors. They're all gorgeous. I'm biased, though. Sorry, I lost my tool. I'm looking at my screen. It says up there in big red, do not mix liquid crystal with any other mediums, as this can damage the color changing effect. It should be applied directly to a dry black surface and sealed once the desired effect is achieved. Please follow the directions carefully. I agree. You should follow the directions carefully. I am going to have that in your box so you can read the directions. Because my box came with it, but only one set of directions. So shake, shake, shake. Yep, there's only 20 kits. I have a feeling they're probably sold out because I think I've had more than 20 notifications, but that doesn't mean that everybody who sent me a message. I'm just using it straight from the bottle this time. Just like super, super easy. I'm I'm not even really squeezing it. I'm just whatever was on the end there. Look how beautiful that color is. See how vivid it is on dark? Gorgeous. So pretty. You know, I think I might do the bezel on one of these this color and then put the dichroic film on top of it. Ooh, that would be fun, huh? That's very pretty. I like it, the thing you're doing right there. Do you guys know that song? Yes, I know it's a rap song, but I can't help myself. I'm a dork. I like all music, all of it. Yeah. Even the wraps. Not all of them, but that one's funny. Where'd that little piece of... There it is. That one. Yes, we'll do this one. So I'm just gonna, you know, put this in the bottom. It's gonna be a shame I'm gonna cover it up, but I'm gonna cover it up. I'm just gonna take a paintbrush. Make sure you wash your paintbrushes if you use them with this stuff. You need to at least put them in water so that they don't, you know, get ruined. You don't want them to dry. I put way too much in there. So this color definitely could be thinned. It'd be just as beautiful thinner. Beautiful. Okay, let that one dry. Let me see if I can dry it a bit with the gun. Oh, where'd I put the thing? I'm always chasing my tail. Oh, you guys. Come back. I think it has a bubble. Gotta get a bubble out. Actually, I think that's glitter from my brush. Oopsie. It's hot. Okay, it's not dry, but it's very beautiful. So what I want to do is cut this to that size, which I think is also this size. So I'm going to use this while that's drying. And I'm going to turn it over. And I'm going to use my pencil to get an imprint of it. So I'm going to go... Uh-oh. This is one of those shake 'em pencils that, right? I think I might be out of lead. Yep. Darn it. Okay, I'm going to use a pen. I'm going to use a pen. If I can find one. You guys, I have 14 million pens right here in front of me, but I need a little one. You know, like our little... What are those called? The fine liner pens. I don't have a single one over here. This might work. It's kind of fat, but it's not working. No, it is. Yes, it is. So, yes, it worked. Phew. I'm over here sweating it. Lori, hello. Okay, I'm going to go on the outside of that black line because I think that, you know, I kind of smushed it, made it smaller. Cut that bit. I need my little scissors. Oh my goodness. Oh, I found them. I thought I knew where they were, but I couldn't see them all the way around the box over there. Yes. And I got the, I'm not shakes, not necessarily, but they're like inconvenient. Yep, that'll fit over there. So I think I'm just going to stick it in there right now because it's just a little bit wet in there. No, it's not going to be wet enough. So I'm going to put a little bit of, what should I do? Because I want to kind of put some actual UV top coat on top of it, so probably won't be able to finish that tonight. Actually, that is wet enough to stick it in there. Okay, so I'm going to put that down. I love that because the edges are kind of seeping through a little bit. Yes, gives it that aged kind of. Yep. Okay, it's getting sealed. This is just some ideas of what you can do with bezels. So then, once that dries, you can use builder gel, you can use UV resin. Builder gel is a nail product that you can make, build. You can make it big. Sorry. It's what they do nails with. I have a pot of UV. Oh yeah, but I used to carry it, but Etsy smacked me. They're mean. They said it's not a craft product. I'm like, what? Nail art. They let every nail artist out there sell it. I'm like, okay, so just because I'm not putting it on nails doesn't mean that it's not for art. Oh my gosh. Right? This was the one that I used to carry. I don't even know. Don't yell. I'm getting them right now. Don't worry. I'm getting my gloves. You should have a proper UV light for this because it takes a little bit longer than, 30 seconds to cure. So it's probably not going to cure right with my UV flashlight. So I'd recommend a nail lamp or getting a big old one. This is, I think this is the hard gel. Maybe. Nope. It's good. I had one that's hard gel too. And it's the kind you can roll between your fingers and like form into things. It's pretty cool. This one's very sticky. I'm not going to open it all the way. There we go. But it's so thick. It's very satisfying because you don't have to keep fussing with it. Like you can do what you want and cure it and be done. It does have an inhibition layer though, so it's sticky. You got to either clean that off with alcohol or top coat over it, which is what I do because I'm lazy. You guys know that. And it's not my nails. Oopsie. So I'm not, that worried about, sorry about the wiggle, about all that. It doesn't hurt the finish at all. So on your nails, like, I don't even know why they wipe off the inhibition layer. Because you can top coat right over it and it works just fine. Seals it in. Doesn't stay sticky. So imagine this was dry. Don't do this until your project is dry. But you basically put it to where you want to build and paint it around. A bigger glob would have been better to start with, but let's do a bigger one. So easiest way to use builder gel is to get a big old honking bit if you need one and keep it moving. Otherwise it'll slip down off of it. So keep it moving. Then put it where you want it, like that. So also, if you have a cabochon, you can just use a little top coat or resin or whatever. Put it down on the top of the like I'm doing here, but not thick like this, just a little thin coat. Plop your cabochon on top of it, and then cure through the cabochon. Okay. This stuff self-levels too. Once you get it to where you want it, like make sure all the little spots that you want it to level are, the stuff is there. You know, you got to make sure it's everywhere you want it. And then it will do the job for you. Isn't it pretty? I have one that I did a few years ago. I'll show you guys. I think I got all my sides. Nope. Okay. And then you cure that with your lamp. Should be like, I think 2 minutes, right? Or something like that. I'm just going to hit it with my light so that the top of it is not all gooey. And while I'm doing that, see if I have any here it is. Yay. Yay, there's one. Oops. With builder gel and then glitter underneath it. That's actually one of the glitter whips. Builder gel can be quite fun. I was thinking about carrying it again, but off, you know, off Etsy. Oh, here's another one. Oh, that's like the one I'm doing there. How funny. That's crazy. These are white glitter, though, not. That is a color shifting glitter, though. It's a chameleon. So it's gooey, right? Like it'll be slick on top because it has that inhibition layer, but isn't that pretty? Now, you don't want to put your top on until you're done with it. Like in there, I probably would put, you know, like if you wanted to put a really cool, fun charm or whatever, we could still pop this like on the top. I would cut off that part and then put that, you know, I might need that. Oh. So to get that top off, these loops, if you have your pliers, they're really, really easy to get rid of. You can just rock it back and forth and it's gone. Like that. You want to get as close to your thing as possible, and then usually you can do it in one tilt, but two for sure. Go on. And then if you have a metal nail file, that's awesome because you can get those little bits off there. If not, most of the pliers have like, of course these don't. Shoot. That's what I said, shoot. Usually they have a little bit of a, you know, a surface on there where you can file off those bits, but these aren't those. Anywho, I know the sanding blocks don't work. You need like a file to get them off. If not, you can paint over it with the shimmer shots, the metallic shimmer shots, and match whatever color it is. But that one kind of is the right color. I just don't like that tippy tip there. So imagine this is dry, which it's not right now, but if it were dry, I would, or before we put it in there, actually, I would do this. Set this in it. And then, actually, that's going to be quite nice on there, but we got to take off that inhibition layer first to glue that, otherwise the glue won't work. I know that much. So to get the inhibition layer off, you use alcohol and a lint-free swab, which I do not have at the moment, so we're going to fake like this is lint-free, okay? My lint-free swab right here. my little tootsie. Okay, with alcohol. And wipe off the inhibition layer. That actually did cure quite fast, actually. It's a lot firmer than I thought it was. Gosh, that's so pretty. Okay, and here you can use glue or top coat or whatever to get your thing to stick. If you use anything other than UV, you have to wait for it 100% to dry, like 100%. So I'm going to use top coat so that I know it's dry. So I'm going to kind of float it in the top coat. You don't use, okay. Top coat is one of those funny things. Like, it's beautiful, and sometimes you feel like, oh, if I put it on thick, I can do like this. Don't. You want the thinnest coat that you can use, because if you put it too thick, it does this weird thing where it bubbles outside of itself. So, like, it'll get this skin on it, pretty much. And then, like a pimple, it'll poke a hole, like some weird place, like here, and then all of a sudden the stuff will start oozing out the top because it's not curing underneath. So top coat can't be used like a builder gel. They do have something called a 7-in-1 or something like that, and it's a builder gel glue, blossom gel. It does a whole bunch of different things, but it's not a top coat. Okay, so that's just top coat. Then I'm going to use my tweezers to get it right. Put your piece where you want it. I think that's pretty good. Pretty good drop. And then cure. And when you cure UV stuff, you want to make sure you have a way for the light source to get under the thing you're working with. If not, it's not curing under there. If it's opaque, it won't go under it. So this one's okay because the eyes are they don't have, and then the sides don't go all the way down either. So it's connecting at the bones, the crossbones, and on top of the head there. I think the bottom jaw is open a little. This would be fun on the color changing bit that I cannot think straight. Whoa. On the Moody paint, the crystal stuff. Liquid crystal. Thanks, guys. Hey, we're at the 2-hour mark. This is usually my stop off point. 2 or 3 hours is about all I can stand. So after this one, I'm going to go and then go see who all was lucky enough to get the pack, the new Moody BOOS pack. Isn't that beautiful? I love that you can see through the eyes. So yeah, that's set on there nice and tight. And you could still do it up a little if you wanted to add little bits, like little bitty rhinestones, which I think this would accept really well. Little tiny ones in these little areas. And maybe right here, some more. I think it's actually made for that, to put little stones in there. But they're not flat back, so if you put flat back in them, you got to make sure they're glued really tight. These are like the stones that go with the point, I guess a bezel. Which I have some of those. You guys, if you got any of the earlier kits, the little jars of stuff that came in some of those kits, like these little jars, I only saved a few, but they have, ooh, sorry, it almost went flying everywhere. Like they have, I don't know if they have small enough ones in there, but like this one has some in it that are, I don't even know what that's called, because I used to make jewelry, but I don't remember all my jewelry words, so oopsie, there's some yellow bits going everywhere. I know, I said it was going to, yeah, they're kind of big. I don't know if there's any small enough to use in here. That is crazy. What's up there? See that? I have no idea where it's going. Weird. Oh, it was, how funny is that? It was just perfectly sitting on like 2 of these balls. That was funny. See, ADD at its finest. ADHD. They didn't used to call it ADD. Or ADHD. That's new. That was, my doctor gave me that new part recently. I'm like, I don't feel hyper. He's like, but your brain is hyper. Okay, you say so, doc. Okay, that goes, yeah, it won't fit, but they would just be big. Actually, it fit. It looks kind of nice there. Never say never, right? It fits in there quite nicely. So you just need the ones with the, that kind of a bottom. What's that called, Jennifer? You do jewelry, right? Where's my jewelry mix? Stop with the, there you go. Bullion beads? Oh, the caviar? Yeah. They do. They go banana. What are those ones with the point? Okay, points. That's pretty easy. Use the points. You probably put those in the eyes too, huh? Ooh, look at the eyes. They're just, I know I like what you can see through it, but I think it would be really cool to put a couple of big ones in the eyeballs. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, that's too big. Jeez, Wanda, you crazy girl. That's better size. Oh, well, it fell through the eye, so. Well, that didn't work very well. Maybe we'll just have one stuck in there now. Hey, I'm okay with that too. That would be fun. Put some things in there that, you know, make it like a shaker. All right, I'm just talking now. So thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I'll be back here. The plan is next Wednesday to meet here at the same time, 7:30 p.m., and we will do the Halloween kit. The first one. If you're lucky enough to have gotten this one by then, absolutely, we'll incorporate it. And then we'll have fun with them all. Hopefully my stuff will be here by then. This is the ring that we did a bit ago. It's not quite dry yet, so we can't do nothing with it. Not yet. You don't want to mess with them until they are very, very dry, because they do get ruined. But see the edges there, it's not quite dry. But we can play with it as far as making it change. Ooh, I love it. See, it did that nice antique-y look under there. Fun! Woohoo! Are you guys excited to get yours? I hope you are. And the bracelet. That's fun. Oh my gosh. So I'll try to save those 3. I'll try to. I can't guarantee it. So that I can top coat them and you could see that. See how we just used the air gun. See how it cracks there? That, they say to do that, but no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't use heat. Nope. I would just let it air dry. It's way, way better. Okay, now I'm really gonna go. Bye guys. Meet me here next week and we'll do the Halloween stuff. Good night.